He eventually read one line from David Allen that said, "Your mind is for having ideas, not holding them." This hit him like a brick. Daniel realized that he was carrying his entire job in his head, and his head was drowning. Welcome to Beyond the Horizon podcast. I'm Michael Jim. I share stories that inspire you to create and push you to become the best version of yourself, to go further, rise higher, and see beyond the horizon. My focus today is on a man whose life looked successful on the outside, but was falling apart on the inside, and how one simple idea transformed not just his workspace, but his entire life. In this episode, we'll be looking at organizing for success by decluttering your life and mind. Meet Daniel. On paper, Daniel was killing it. Big job, big title, big responsibilities. But if you step into his office, you'll see papers stuck so high they look like skyscrapers, sticky notes fighting for space on his computer screen, his inbox, thousands of unread emails, his calendar, a war zone of overlapping meetings. Daniel wasn't lazy or careless. He was just buried alive in his own success, and it was slowly crushing him. He was missing deadlines, forgetting important calls. He felt constantly overwhelmed. Even at night, his brain wouldn't shut off, until one day, he finally broke down in the middle of his own office and said out loud, "I can't live like this anymore." So a concerned colleague handed him two books. The first one was Getting Things Done by David Allen, and the second one was Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. At first, he laughed and said, "I don't need self-help. I need more hours in the day." He eventually read one line from David Allen that said, "Your mind is for having ideas, not holding them." This hit him like a brick. Daniel realized that he was carrying his entire job in his head, and his head was drowning. I know exactly how Daniel felt. I could relate to his desk looking like a small disaster zone. Piles of books, crumbled notes, 3 coffee mugs, random receipts, like an episode of one of those organizing shows where people cry at the end. One day, I missed a major meeting because my calendar was so full of alerts. I stopped even reading them. That was my wake-up call. Clutter wasn't just around me, it was inside me. Marie Kondo in her book asked, "Does tidying up spark joy?" Daniel started asking, "Does this move the needle? Does this really matter?" He eventually cleared his desk, then his inbox, then his calendar, and David Allen in his book talked about the capture system, getting everything out of your head into a trusted system so your brain can breathe again. This shows that clutter, whether physical or mental, isn't just messy, it steals focus, energy, and creativity. Guess what? A month later, Daniel's office looked like a different planet. Clear desk, organized calendar, no more panic when the phone rang. The real change was that his mind felt lighter. He stopped feeling like he was drowning. He went from reacting to life to designing it. So here's a challenge this week. Declutter one thing. It could be your desk, your inbox, your schedule, or maybe the negative noise in your own head. Make space for what truly matters. Daniel didn't just clean his desk. He cleaned his life because clutter is the enemy of clarity, and clarity is a birthplace of success. As you stepped into this week, don't just clear the mess around you. Clear the noise inside you. Remember, a focused mind creates a focused life, and a focused life builds the future you've been dreaming of. I remain Michael Jim, and this is Beyond the Horizon. Until next time, rise above the chaos, make space for what matters, and always see beyond the horizon. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Beyond the Horizon. I hope you're living with more clarity and determination to take bold steps towards your dreams. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs that extra push to reach their full potential. Follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook at The Michael Jim for more inspiration, tools, and updates. And as always, keep dreaming, keep growing, and keep pushing the boundaries. Until next time, this is Michael Jim reminding you, your best life is waiting just beyond the horizon. Stay inspired.